First impression that comes to our mind about any college: tall buildings, big classrooms, large lobby areas, thick books, IT labs, assignments, class tests, and projects. Nothing besides that. Every hour, minute, second spent here help us carving and shaping our persona, cultivating innovative mindsets for the challenging world. Learning is a lifelong process. Sharing knowledge, inculcating values of life, spark the innovative horizons of mind. Fun and frolic is the nature of every nook and corner here. A daily dose of thrill we are sure to get here.
Henry Ford once said, "Coming together is a beginning, keeping together is progress, working together is success." A very good afternoon to one and all present here. I, Aditi Kothari, welcome you all to the fourth year anniversary of DME newsletter. I would like to thank Mr. Aman Sahani, Vice Chairman DME, Honorable Justice Bhavar Singh, Director General DME, Dr. Ravikant Swami, Director DME, Dr. Amrish Saxena, Dean DME Media School, and Dr. Susmita Bala, Head DME Media School, for supporting the newsletter team's endeavor throughout. Once again, we welcome you all. The first edition of DME Media School's newsletter was published in September 2016. The initial editions included articles on student interest like book and movie reviews, interview of faculty and alumni students, photograph of the month, which resulted in engrossed readers. 4 years down the line, the newsletter is now a fortnightly affair. It has provided student reporters with a first-hand experience of covering events. The reporters have worked round the clock to cover diverse events. The newsletter is a collaborative effort of students and faculty members who work with sheer zeal and enthusiasm. The team of such passionate members has been through an amazing journey. Let us have a look at it. The moments captured in all these years have been precious to all of us. To enlighten us furthermore on this occasion, I would request Mr. Aman Sahani, Vice Chairman DME, to address the gathering.
I think Aman sir is not connected right now.
Sir, here.
You can request the director sir to speak.
Okay. Now I would like to call Dr. Ravikant Swami, Director DME, to share his thoughts.
So, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it's a great milestone today that our newsletter has completed 4 years, and it is an important milestone because not like other schools that we have a monthly newsletter, but in journalism we have fortnightly newsletters, and whenever there are occasions like film festivals and ICANN and all that, we have even daily newsletters. So it's a very important milestone that we have completed 4 years of this newsletter, and I have been a consistent reader of all the newsletters, and I can tell you that I find all the articles very interesting, and not only those articles have depth, but also the spectrum is so wide. You have been covering right from Bollywood to Tollywood to Hollywood. Everything has been covered in the newsletter. So I find the newsletters very interesting. Another feature which I like very much in the newsletters of our media school is that contributions are there from very important personalities also. The newsletter of DME Media School is not limited to contributions by people belonging to DME. Means this newsletter has transcended the frontiers of DME, and we have seen contributions from very significant film and media personalities. So I congratulate the DME Media School for reaching this milestone. And yes, a long way to go. Maybe tomorrow we start it in the form of a magazine with publication outside DME also. Wishing you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. After successfully publishing 4 volumes of the newsletter, DME Media School started publishing Volume 5 from August 2020. Over the years, the newsletter has evolved by including dynamic articles. Volume 5 consists of relatively new designs and innovations. Let's have a look at the 5th volume of the newsletter. I would now request Mr. Aman Sahani, Vice Chairman DME, to address the gathering.
Hello. My voice is now. I'll be with my intent. Am I audible right now?
Yes, sir. Yeah, now it's fine.
Okay, great. So it's been 4 years of the newsletter, and I do remember how it started 4 years ago when it started for all 3 courses, and it was a wonderful exercise, and it was something that for a long time initially I looked after myself, and I edited it in great detail, the initial newsletters for a long time. And it's very nice to look back and see that over the years it's come along very nicely and increased in frequency the number of the amount of content that we have in every newsletter. And I think it's a wonderful exercise for everyone who's contributing to everyone voting. And even as a student, it is something that I did as well. When I was a student at LSE, I used to write for the newspaper regularly, and sort of it's quite nice to almost be a part of the press before you actually out as a journalist. So it's very nice to attend events and learn a lot from these events. One of the more important, obviously, there are lots of things that um, that one learns from the classroom, but also the events outside of it, the competitions, everything going on. If you're writing for the newspaper, if you're aware of things that's going from all the activity happening on campus, so it's a great exercise. I would also in the times to come, the next few weeks, hopefully like to sit down with the students and the faculty who are involved, and we can also discuss some things for the future, how we can further improve our newsletter, and also probably hopefully start a newspaper, maybe a weekly newspaper soon. So we'll discuss all of that sometime soon. Very well done to everybody who's been contributing. My best wishes with everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your wise words. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Amrish Saxena, Dean DME Media School, to share his thoughts about the efforts made by the team who brought the newsletter this far.
Uh, Thank you, Aditi. So it has been a very cherished journey since the time I got associated with the DME. In some way or the other, right from 2017 till date. So right from that time, we decided to take out some such product, which is basically a documentation of whatever we are doing as part of our whether academic or co-curricular or extracurricular, whatever kind of activities we are doing. So over the years, and if you look at the way we have tried to change the newsletter, we try to cover each and everything, whatever is happening on the campus, off the campus, in the sense anything which is happening on the media front. So that we are trying to include. We also try to include all such activities which happen at the central level. I mean, which do not belong to any one particular school. But then whether it's the something from the Film Society or the DME frames, any such activity, we always try to cover that. Also, any such activity which would have been organized by any other school other than the media school, but then if that is of some relevance and that is of some value, then that also we try to include. And we have also been trying to include the columns like we are showcasing any one good student in an edition, also one of the faculty members in an edition, and then also the achievements of the faculty members. All these columns we have been trying to incorporate in all the issues. Also recently we have included one or two cartoons, the prominent cartoons which appear in some newspapers somewhere where no issues in carrying that. So we are also trying to do that all. So we are, and then the final thing that since it's a product which is being taken out by the students, we have tried our best to make it an activity which is basically student centric. And there is a very strong team of students, and almost all the news stories are written by the students only. Teachers hardly write, though we write sometimes, but then we give all opportunity to the students to write. And we do it on assignment basis, like the work is done in a news organization. We plan the stories much in advance. We make a complete calendar of that, and then it is decided which story is to be covered or what. And we are not covering the story in the article format. Article format means what happens in the news sector. there are certain news stories on most of the pages, and then there are certain articles on the editorial page and elsewhere. But we are simply taking out it as a news product. News product means any event which is happening is assigned to a student. That student will attend the session, will take his or her own notes, and will write a report. So it is a hands-on experience for all those students who are part of this. So we never prefer any story which in journalistic language we call a desk story. So there are no desk stories. Nobody is writing sitting on a table. It is on the job. It is on the field. So that is something which hardly anybody does in any educational institution. So though it might be a tall claim, but the way we have tried to organize the things in our newsletter, hardly any educational institution in the entire country would have thought of. So it's completely, we are trying to do it at the out of box thing. As I told you that every student is involved. They are attending the session, they are writing the news reports, and then the reports which are being written by the student themselves are editing those stories. One student is writing, another one is editing. Once that editing is done, then that story is submitted to the teacher concerned. Now the teacher, whosoever the story is being assigned, like Mohammad Kamil does it, basically the distribution, the assignment job he does, the broadly that we have divided among the teachers. So Kamil is doing the assignment job, Deepika is doing the layout and the placement of the story and the designing part. And then we have also enhanced the team, augmented the team, wherein we have also incorporated Tina Mora because there are too many pages and fortnightly issue. She is also editing certain stories after those stories are submitted by the students. And then we have also made a separate team for distribution. And in that team, there are Ritik Ghosh and Kritika Sati. So they are basically, so they are maintaining the complete the email list, and there are more than close to 1,000 emails on which we are emailing and we are continuously strengthening that list. So that's basically the job has been assigned to Kritika. And then we have also tried to make it an interactive product. Interactive product means that whatever stories are appearing on the pages of the newsletter, most of the stories are clickable. Either you click on the photograph and all the stories which are being written by the students, the names of the students who are there mentioned as author, they are also clickable. So once you have a soft copy in your hand, you click on the name of the student who would have written a certain story, and you will reach on the LinkedIn profile of that student. So anybody who is going through the newsletter, if somebody is curious as to who has written, will click it and will go to the LinkedIn website of that student. So this way, I mean, as far as the promotion is concerned, it's a big promotion for the institution, for the department, that whosoever is reading it will get to know that this is a student who is also seen on the LinkedIn and he or she has written the story. And like as last time we did in the coverage of the SIFI, if you click on the name of Tigmanshu Dhulia, who was the chief guest in that function, or on his picture, you will straight reach the YouTube, the DME TV, and then on DME TV, you can watch the video. So the print is directly linked to the video. So if somebody is doing it, will reach to DME TV, and that person will also then will get to know that DME also has something like DME TV. So that is how we have tried to make it an interactive product. We are still trying to enhance this exercise and making this whole edition interactive. That credit goes to Ritik Ghosh, and who is also responsible for sending the copies to all the people through MailChimp and all. So we are trying to address all possible compartments, and then the students are there working in all the compartments which I told you all. So this is in nutshell which I can tell you about this whole newsletter exercise. We have made it fortnightly, which is really a lot of pressure on the students and the teachers. But then we are trying to do, because we always try in DME Media School, we always try to do something different, which nobody else is doing. That is what we always try to do. That is where we can stand distinct from others. And as far as the number of pages is concerned, that has also increased considerably. And each issue, the number of pages varies from 8 pages to 16 pages. And there have been months wherein both the issues, the first fortnightly and the second fortnightly, they are 16 pages each. This means we are able to produce 32 pages in a month. So this is something which even professional organization will find it difficult to handle. But we are trying to do it, and we really are hopeful that we will further strengthen this. And as the Vice Chairman, Mr. Ramasani said just now, we try to make it fortnightly now with his foresight, with his vision. We will also make it weekly. So, and we will even manage with that weekly edition. So I think with the teamwork, with the help of the students, with everybody joining in, we will take it forward. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now, I would request Dr. Susmita Bala, Head DME Media School, to enlighten us with her kind words.
Thanks, Aditi. Thanks to all present here. Already, everything is covered by Mr. Saxena, but newsletter is face of DME. I would say that newsletter is face of DME, and newsletter exercise is exclusively students' work, like reporting, writing, designing, layouting, distribution, everything. So with the help of his friends and Kamil sir, Kritika, Deepika, and Ritvik sir, and no doubt with support of Anmol sir. So it's a teamwork, and teamwork had lots of hard work involved in this. Basically, teamwork involved. So maintain this with positive approach. That is your value. So expansion and experiment is part of positive approach. Think about that. So extend your team and open path for your friends and your students. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. A successful team is made by its members. So now let's hear what the student reporters have to say about the newsletter.
Hi everyone, this is Yukta Prakash and I have been a part of DME Newsletter Society from the starting of my college year, and that is the reason why this newsletter is really close to my heart.
Hi, this is Shreya Jha, BJMC second year, and it has not been a very long time since I have been a part of DME Newsletter Committee, but it has been really amazing.
This is Kaushik Das. I've been part of the newsletter committee since my first semester at DME. Since then, the newsletter has grown exponentially. From being a reporter to being an editor, I've learned a lot.
This is Shivani Saini, and I have been working in DME newsletter team as a Hindi reporter from the starting of my college, and I have seen it evolving and growing from a 4 pages newsletter to an entirely creative and interactive newsletter.
I have been associated with the Media School newsletter ever since I joined college, and I would say the newsletter has been a major part in my life in DME.
I am Priyanka Srivastav and I have been a part of newsletter team for over 4 months now, and it has been such a great learning experience.
Talking of the journey with the newsletter team, it's been really great. Even when I wasn't the part of it from the beginning, but I think it's not just about covering an event and summing it up for the newsletter, but the bond that we establish with the students and the teachers, especially when we are working for events like SIFI and ICANN. And any day newsletter team is the most productive team of DME.
I still remember in the start when it was just 2 to 4 pages of newsletter, and now it is entirely themed and interactive newsletter.
I remember back in 2018, there were only 8 pages of the newsletter. Now the newsletter has 2 fortnightly editions with 16 pages each. Not only has the design of the newsletter improved along with the page count, but now we are also covering many more events.
And it is all because of the efforts and dedication of our faculty members and team members. I would like to thank Kamil sir, Kritika ma'am, Deepika ma'am and Tina ma'am for guiding and motivating us no matter what.
Be it looking for a different angle to write a story about without losing its authenticity or unbiasedness, I have become a more analytical person. And I think being analytical is one of the major skills of any professional.
I have learned a lot, and that has been possible because of my seniors and my teachers.
I am really sure that we all have learned so much from this newsletter. During every event, newsletter is the backbone of the event, and I know and we all know that in that confined room where we all work during the event, we have learned professionalism, we have learned timeliness and a lot more.
My teachers and the student conveners always helped me and pushed me to do better things. And trust me, seeing your name in the byline gives you immense pleasure.
The newsletter team just completed 5 years, and that's a really surreal feeling, and I'm really happy to be a part of this team because we really put a lot of effort into the events. Big thanks to the teachers and my fellow students in this team.
Newsletter has brought out a more confident version of me, and I am very happy to be associated with it.
I really hope this newsletter achieves more and more success and achieve more milestones in the coming future.
It has been really amazing up until now, and I really hope to enjoy it, for a very long time.
I'm looking forward to learn new things and gain more experiences with my team.
I'm pretty sure that in the days to come, the newsletter will grow even more.
I really hope our newsletter achieve more and more success in coming years.
I'm really happy that I'm in this team, and I look forward to the one more year I have in this college left to work side by side with my newsletter team.
Indeed, the growth of newsletter team has been impressive. To throw light on this, I would like to invite Ms. Deepika Dhawan. Ma'am, mute.
Thank you, Aditi. Am I audible?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
We have been organizing this event since a couple of weeks, and what I want to share is my journey with the newsletter and my experiences. I have been long associated with the newsletter since 2017, and we had a group of 3 to 4 students at that time, wherein Saxena sir used to come whenever he used to visit the college. He used to have meetings with me, Dr. Bala, and all the students, whoever were part of the team, and we were guided very strictly. Ki, okay, this has to be done this way, and we followed it very religiously, and this is the result of that where we are. We very strictly followed a periodicity. He always guided us to follow the basics of journalism. We never went stray. We focused on how a newsletter, a reporting journalistic with the journalistic principles, how it is to be done. And in that process, Saxena said, I learned a lot. After college time, when I was working, I mean, this brought me back to the very basics of this. So I grew a lot also. Then in 2019, when I joined back as the assistant editor with Kamil sir, I took care of the presentation, designing, and among other big, small aspects. I thank Dr. Saxena, Dr. Bala, Kamil sir, Kritika ma'am, Ritvik sir, and the newly joined Tina ma'am immensely. And Mol sir has always been very supportive in all our endeavors. For that, I thank Anmol sir. Big thanks to our dear student team who, no matter what, how many assignments in classes they have, never fail to deliver the reports on time. Priyanka, Kaushik, Yukta, and Aman are our current leaders. They are our editors. And Kamil and I are very proud of them. They work tirelessly in editing the reports. I feel accomplished that we, with such strict periodicity, we are publishing such a product that is strong in so many aspects. Looking forward to more growth. More power to the student team. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now let's hear from Kaushik Das, third year student of BAJMC, about his experiences while working with the team and the advancement of newsletter with the presentation.
Thank you, Aditi. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Aditi. I'm really delighted to be talking about newsletter today. And before I start with the presentation where I'll be showing you all the growth of newsletter from 2016 to 2020, I would like to share a few experiences of what newsletter means to me. So back in 2018, when I first joined DME, I joined the DME newsletter committee from my first semester itself. And since then, in the 2 years that have passed, I have seen the newsletter grow immensely. And I remember it being a 4-page newsletter with one issue in a month. And from then it has become a fortnightly issue with 16 pages each. And not also only the growth of the newsletter, but also on a personal level, I have learned a lot. My writing skills have improved, and also I find the confidence to report, events and cover events. And I would also like to say to all the juniors and all the students who will be a part of DME that it is a great opportunity to be a part of DME newsletter, and it helps you really learn and grow. And I would also like to thank all the teachers and all the faculty members of DME newsletter and everyone who is a part of the newsletter for supporting and making the newsletter what it is today. And with this, I would like to start the presentation. And as the PPT is being shared, okay, so this is the presentation, newsletter over the years from 2016 to 2020. Next slide, please. Okay. No, one slide back. Okay. So let's start with the first segment, which is the yearly growth of newsletter. So this is 2016. And this is when the newsletter first started with monthly issues. And you can see the different statistics, like the issues were 4. There were 4 issues in this year. The periodicity has remained monthly since till 2020. And the number of pages at the start of newsletter were 4 pages per issue. The student participation was not very high at the start, but it was still significant, 6 to 10 students. The number of reports in this period was 31 reports, and the number of national guests covered were 9. Next slide, please. So you can see the design of the newsletter, and the design language has really been very professional for the newsletter. And recently we have, looked upon the design also. Next slide, please. Okay, so 2017. This is where we started really looking after the newsletter, and you can see the number. One slide back. Okay, so the number of issues were 8. The periodicity was monthly. The number of pages was 4. The student participation grew to 11 to 15 students. The number of reports was 64, and the national guests covered were 13. Next slide. Okay, so you can see the design language changed a little bit, but it was still professional and it was really clean and crisp. Next slide, please. Okay, so in 2018, the highlight factor was ICANN 2018, and these events were covered extensively in the newsletter. As you can see, the issues were 8 issues in this year. The number of pages was still 4. The student participation was immense. It was 16 to 20 students were actively participating in the newsletter. The number of reports was 70. The national guests covered were 33 and international guests covered were 40. Next slide, please. Okay, so you can see the design of the ICANN 2018 newsletter, as well as the newsletter on the right. You can see the sporting event covered. So we cover all types of events in newsletter. Next slide, please. Okay, 2019. So we started seeing really immense growth in from 2019. The number of issues of newsletter were 9. The periodicity was monthly. The number of pages had a jump from 4 to 8, and the student participation also remained high, 11 to 15 students. The number of reports were 64 reports and 9 issues. The number of guests covered were 38, and number of international guests covered were 13. Next slide, please. So you can see the design language changed a bit, and we started putting vibrant elements to the newsletter. And you can see the reports of SIFI 2019 and Vritika 2019. Next slide, please. So this is the current year, and with the statistics, you can see that it has shown immense growth this year. There has been 13 issues already, and this has happened because we have shifted to fortnightly issues, which is 2 issues per month. The number of pages has also risen to 16 pages. We have seen 16 pages max in a newsletter, and the student participation has remained really high to 16 to 20 students. The number of reports, you can see it is 216 already, which is a very big amount. The number of national guests covered were 51 and international guests covered were 15. Next slide, please. And you can see, as I was talking about the design language, so you can see how the design has been completely rethought of, and we have in the newsletter at the right, you can see the student achievers also mentioned in the newsletter. Next slide, please. Infographics. So with infographics, I will show you the data as talked about. So this is the number of issues of newsletter. So you can see that with 6-month periods, the newsletter number of issues remained around 8, and there has been a big jump at the end of the graph, which is close to 2019 and 2020. Next slide, please. Number of pages. So at the start of 2016, there were 4 pages per newsletter, and by 2019 there were 8 pages, and since then we have really grown and grown. 12 pages in 2020 start, and currently we are having 16 pages in the newsletter. Next slide, please. Student participation. So even at the start of the newsletter in 2016, there were quite a number of students actively involved. And by 2018, there was a very big team of newsletter. And even now, with all the juniors and all the seniors working together and working actively in the newsletter, you can see the number of participants has really increased. Next slide, please. Number of reports. So as talked about, number of reports were rising every year, but you can see in the infographic at the right, the number of reports in 2020. You can see it is 115 and 101 reports, which is a very significant amount. Next slide, please. Guests covered. The national guests covered has increased every year, and we are covering more and more guests every year. It has grown from 9 guests covered in 2016 to 51 guests covered in 2020. Next slide, please. So you can see the guests covered, international guests covered in newsletter. So 2018, 2019, and 2020 have all seen many international guests being covered in the newsletter. And even currently in the online events, we are covering international events and we are covering them in our newsletter. Next slide, please. First of the newsletter. So you will see many first things, like the first newsletter. This is the 2016 September issue. And you can see the first page of the newsletter here. Next slide. The first guest lecture covered. So as you can see, the first guest lecture happened in October 2016. And since then, we have covered so many events where we have covered so many guests also. Next slide. The first international guest covered was in ICANN 2018 issue. And there were many dignitaries involved, international guests involved in the event. Next slide. The first clickable newsletter. So I will first finish this presentation and then we will talk about the clickable newsletter, which has started currently. And as Ambrish sir also talked about this, that when you click on the different aspects of this newsletter, they bring you to the websites and all the social media handles. Next slide, please. Various types of articles. Next slide. Interview of seniors. So we have covered various types of articles, and these are a few. Interview of seniors. Next slide. Interview of teachers also, because teachers are an integral part of our college. Next slide. Movie reviews, and in the next slide, book reviews. Okay, next slide. So members of the newsletter. Next slide, please. This is our primary team, and I would like to mention all the team members a big thank you for always being there to support us. Patron-in-Chief, Mr. Vipin Sahni. Patrons, Mr. Aman Sahni, Honorable Justice Bhavat Singh, and Dr. Ravikant Swami. Consulting Editor, Dr. Ambrish Saxena. Editor, Dr. Susmita Bala. Design and Layout, Mr. Anmol Mehta. And Photography and Visual Effects, DME Frames, DME TV, and respective contributors. Next slide, please. The faculty members who have been an integral part of DME newsletter. Assistant editors, Ms. Neelam Nanda. These are all editors since 2016. So Ms. Neelam Nanda, Ms. Manmeet Kaur, Ms. Divya Rastogi, Ms. Deepika Dhawan, Mr. Mohammad Kamil, and Ms. Tina Bora. For production e-newsletter, the faculty involved are Ms. Kritika Sati and Mr. Ritik Ghosh. Next slide, please. These are the student members, and I'm proud to say that all the student members mentioned here have been working tirelessly to make the newsletter what it is today. Next slide, please. So this is the conclusion of the presentation. I'm sure that you all have learned a lot about newsletter with this presentation. Thank you. And now I would like Siddharth to please present the PDF of the clickable newsletter. So here you can see the newsletter, which has so many different aspects to it. When you click, like for the Vritika banner, if you click on the Instagram icon, it will take you to the Instagram page of Vritika. This is a live example of it. I would request Siddharth to also demonstrate a few more. Like if you click on any of the editors, thank you, Siddharth. Okay, so if you can finally click on any of the reporter or editor from all the articles. Yes, also the YouTube videos. If you click on the YouTube video of an event, you will be brought to the video coverage of that event. So this was an interesting development of our newsletter, and it is quite an exceptional feature. So here you can see the LinkedIn profile of the reporters and editors. With this, I would like to end the presentation, and thank you so much for allowing me to speak.
Thank you, Kaushik. Now, I would like to invite Ms. Kritika Sati to extend her gratitude on this joyous occasion.
Thank you. This is a really happy occasion today that the newsletter has completed 4 years. I have been associated with the newsletter since 2018, and it has been a great learning experience to uh, work with one of the most hardworking teams of DME Media School, the newsletter team. Over the time, I have witnessed the evolution of newsletter from 4 pages to 8 pages and then 16 pages. Saw the team grow, and now we have it fortnightly. The newsletter team is really doing a lot of hard work to bring out the newsletter on time with quality content and great designs. And this is really good to see. Currently, I, along with Ritik sir, we are looking after the circulation of the newsletter. We make it interactive and circulate it to the all the people who have been mentioned there, who have any kind of association, who had been associated with us in any way. We have 3 students also in our circulation team, Gunjan, Sagorika, and Simran, who ensure that newsletter goes out on time. Our outreach at present is around 2,000. And we have come this far, and I'm very sure the newsletter will achieve much more success in coming times. It's really great. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I would like to call Ms. Teenam Bora to express her thoughts.
Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, I'm the newest member in the newsletter family, and I've been associated with it as a core team member since the last 2 or 3 issues only. And I'm really glad to be a part of this team, which is full of youthful, energetic, talented, and hardworking students whose work is immensely praiseworthy. And it's amazing how the newsletter has evolved and grown in the last 4 years, thanks to the vision of Saxena sir, the guidance of the faculty members, and the execution on the part of the students. Well, I wish the team all the best for the coming years and hope we can together take the newsletter to greater heights. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I would like to invite Aman Alam Khan, third year student of BAJMC, to share his experience in the newsletter team.
Am I audible?
Yeah.
So first of all, thank you so much for organizing this event. Seems like the team efforts are being recognized. And I would like to thank all the teachers, especially Ritika ma'am, Kamil sir, Deepika ma'am, and Tina ma'am who has recently joined. I don't know how to sum up these years in few words. Maybe I'm just good at writing. So it's been a really great journey. I got to learn so much, not only from the teachers but also from the students also. So congrats on completing the 4 years of newsletter. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Aman. Next up, I would like to call Yukta Prakash, third year student of BAJMC, to express her thoughts.
Hi everyone, good evening. First of all, I guess we all have said our hearts out in that video. We all have seen a newsletter evolving and growing in the past few years. And I guess there is one thing which is very peculiar about newsletter. It's that we just don't learn from our seniors. We learn from our juniors as well, because I still know there are many juniors who are so talented in writing. So there are times when they edit my articles and I'm like, oh, thank you for correcting me. So I guess, yes, it's a learning process, and the newsletter is known for growing and learning. And we all have learned a lot in the past years. And I'm really overwhelmed to be a part of this society. Thank you.
Thank you, Yukta. Now, I would like to invite Priyanka Nathani, third year student of BAJMC, for sharing her experiences being a part of newsletter team.
Good evening, everyone. It's so great to see you all here. I mean, it's the 4th year of newsletter. I've been associated with this for 2 years now, and I had a great time in it. I mean, uh, we were like, oh, itna sara space bacha, we don't have the content to, and now we are like, oh, itna sara content, we don't have any space. We actually involved, and it is such a great journey. And I have made so many friends in this entire team. We used to like sit in one newsroom while we had these events, and we had such a great time. Till late evenings we would be like editing newsletters while also talking to each other. It was such an amazing time. I actually have made an entire family with a newsletter, so I'll take that away with me after I leave college. So thank you everyone for being a part of newsletter.
Thank you, Priyanka. Now, I would request Yashika Agarwal, second year student of BAJMC, to say a few words.
Thank you, Aditi. Am I audible?
Yeah.
So I have been a part of the newsletter team for over a year and a half now. So throughout this tenure, I have developed a sense of belongingness, really. Like initially, I was very scared to cover events or to write reports, but gradually, with the help of Deepika ma'am, Kamal sir, now Tina ma'am, I've come beyond this fear of me, and it has been an overwhelming feeling to celebrate the success of what we have worked really hard for this so long.
Thank you, Yashika. Now, I would like to invite Shiv Dhawan, second year student of BAJMC, to talk about the newsletter and deliver the vote of thanks.
Firstly, good afternoon, everyone. I'm audible, Aditi.
Yeah, you're audible.
So firstly, I would like to express my gratitude, my humble gratitude towards a few people who have made this event possible, to a few people who have made this newsletter possible, who have made this DME Media Schools newsletter possible. Firstly, starting with Mr. Aman Sahni, Vice Chairman, Delhi Metropolitan Education. Moving on, Honorable Justice Bhavar Singh, Dr. Ravikant Swami, Dr. Amrish Saxena, and Dr. Susmita Bala. Before I say something about the newsletter, a lot has been said already. Everyone has been expressing their emotions towards the newsletter. Individuality has been in the core. A lot of people have said the names of students who have been involved in the newsletter. A lot has been said today, but something that I want to stress upon. The newsletter is a part of DME Media School, and it is beyond individuality. A lot of people have worked for it. A lot of people have tirelessly, relentlessly worked for it. Students in the past, I was going through the newsletters of the previous editions from 2017, 2016. As I scrolled down, there were not a lot of names in the reporters section. There were not a lot of names in all these sections as I scrolled down. But as the years progressed, these names kept increasing and increasing. Although I acknowledge the fact that all of these students have worked really hard in the past to bring DME's newsletter where it is, DME Media School's newsletter where it is today. But at the same time, I would like to say that this newsletter, this DME Media School's newsletter, it's not an individual's work. It's not the work of a single faculty member, but it is the legacy of DME Media School. A lot of times we often crib about the fact that we have to cover a lot of events. A lot of times we think ki yaar isse kya hoga, but at the end of the day, I'm telling you, when you cover a press conference, if by chance any of you go into print media, when you are covering a press conference, and as the press conference ends, when you get that call from your editor, when he says ki mujhe 5 minute mein ye article chahiye tumhara, and when you don't submit that article in 5 minutes, if you take 7 minutes, you will see ki digital media aajkal aisa hai ki digital media mein you will see that article has already been posted by 5 websites. At that time you will realize the importance of this newsletter. At that time you will realize कि जब हम force करते थे कि जल्दी article भेजो, what was that about? So as Ms. Pinas Tyagi was stressing upon the fact the other day कि you don't realize कि classroom में जब आप पढ़ते हो, you don't realize कि कितना important है ये. But when you practically work in the field, you will realize, and I'm sure all of the people who have been working with the newsletter, all of the people who have worked with the newsletter will realize it one day, sooner or later. Congratulations to the newsletter for completing 4 years. And I'd just like to thank a few more people. Firstly, Dr. Amrish Saxena and Dr. Susmita Bala for their relentless support, their constant support and guidance. Ms. Deepika Dhawan, faculty coordinator for this event. Thank you for guiding us. Thank you for supporting us. Aditi Kothari, you have been a beautiful anchor. You have really anchored this event well, I must say. Yashika Agarwal for being the co-coordinator for the event, and everyone who has been involved with the newsletter, Priyanka Nathani, Kaushik Das, who have been the pillars in this DME Media School's newsletter. One person who is not here, Mr. Muhammad Kamil, he corrects me whenever I'm wrong. He corrects everyone whenever that person is wrong. And I think I've learned a lot from him. I am sure everyone who has been a part of the newsletter has learned a lot from him. So big thank you to Mr. Muhammad Kamil. everyone who has been involved in the technical aspects. Siddharth Kukreja, thank you for handling the technical aspect for the day. Thank you to Ritvik sir, Kritika ma'am for all those interactive PDFs. Thank you for taking out your time and sending those emails to the stakeholders, to people who matter, to people who read our newsletter. And thank you to each and everyone who has been a part of this wonderful journey, these wonderful 4 years. That is it. I'm sorry if I took more time than I had to. Over to you, Aditi. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shiv, for your words. The newsletter team has been a joint effort of the reporters and designers who have gained a combination of skills and personality, grooming under their mentors. Thank you, everyone, for being a part of this occasion to celebrate their dedication and hard work. Now, let's take a look at our digital infrastructure.
DME has embraced digital paradigm shift by adopting technology-based learning.
Unlike other colleges, we adopted a two-step strategy. In step 1, teachers would be preparing the videos, students would be watching them. In step 2, the student would be coming to the tutorial, clarifying the doubts, making the presentations, and discuss with the teacher.
At DME, we have invested in the best in the class academic ERP, which allows us to have a 360-degree robust communication amongst all the stakeholders, students and faculty members.
DME's virtual learning mechanism is no less than real-time classroom teaching,
Wherein the students are provided the pool of e-learning resources in the form of PPTs, video lectures, and online classes in a very student-friendly environment.
There is no need of mental blocks. Online teaching is as effective and interesting as offline teaching. Let the students enjoy this new mode of education.
In DME, we believe in quality education. We take care of our students. We want to see them happy.
Mental and emotional health are one of the most challenging issues of present times. DME Mentoring Cell takes care of that. Not just this, we go beyond academic curriculum to instill the most important employability skills in our students.